Have you ever stood in silence, heart pounding as someone twisted the truth or tried to pull you into their chaos? You felt the urge to defend yourself, to fight back with words, but something deeper told you not to. The Stoics believed that true strength is not found in reaction, but in restraint. That silence, when chosen wisely, is not weakness, but wisdom. Because in a world ruled by cause and effect, karma needs no help. It always arrives on time. So when should you speak? And when should you stay silent? Stay with me, and you may find your answer in quiet strength. Number 1, when someone lies about you. In this life, no one escapes the sting of being misunderstood, misrepresented, or maliciously lied about. It can happen suddenly, quietly, and without warning. And when it does, your first instinct may be to speak up, to defend yourself, to make the truth known at any cost. But is that truly strength? Or is it the mind's desperate attempt to control what was never in its hands to begin with? The Stoics taught us this hard truth. Reacting emotionally to falsehood only deepens its grip on your soul. Epictetus said, "Any person capable of angering you becomes your master. For the moment you let their lie shake your peace, you have already handed over your power. When you raise your voice in defense against the noise of deception, you may only amplify it. But when you stay silent, composed, focused not on noise but on clarity, you rob the liar of the one thing they seek, your reaction." Consider the story of Jack, a disciplined marathon runner known for his quiet strength and relentless work ethic. After a major race where he performed with excellence, rumors spread that he had cheated. The accusations were baseless, yet the damage was real. Whispers filled the air. Headlines began to question him, and even friends looked at him with doubt. The crowd demanded a response, but Jack gave none. He chose not to wrestle in the mud. Instead, he returned to what he knew: early mornings, hard training, and the pursuit of excellence. Over time, while Jack remained steady, Ryan, the one who started the rumor, was caught cheating in another race. When the truth emerged, Jack didn't need to say a word. His silence had already spoken volumes. This is the power of restraint. It is not cowardice, it is control. It is the belief that truth is not fragile, that character does not need defense, and that time always reveals what words cannot. Even Jesus, when brought before false judges, chose silence over self-justification. He knew that dignity is not defended in noise, but revealed through presence. The Stoic path is the same. Hold your center. Let your life speak louder than your lips. When someone lies about you, remember this: the truth does not need urgency. It needs consistency. You are not responsible for what others believe. You are responsible for who you are. Do not let liars drag you into their chaos. Let karma do its work. Because when you refuse to play their game, you rise above it. You become unshakable, and in that silence there is power, the kind that cannot be taken, only chosen. So stand tall, say nothing, and walk forward. The truth will catch up, and when it does, you will still be standing, strong, silent, free. Number 2, when someone betrays your trust. Betrayal cuts deeper than almost any wound. It is not just a broken promise, but a fracture in the very foundation of connection. When someone you once trusted turns against you, it can feel like the earth has shifted beneath your feet. The instinct to confront them, to demand an explanation, or to watch them pay for what they've done is natural. But Stoic philosophy offers us a different path, one that is quieter, deeper, and infinitely more powerful. It teaches us that in the face of betrayal, silence is often the strongest response. To be betrayed is not just to be wronged. It is to be reminded that trust is sacred, and not everyone deserves it. The Stoics understood that pain, even this kind, is not an end, but a lesson. It shows us who truly belongs in our lives and who was merely passing through in disguise. When betrayal strikes, your emotions will rise. But how you respond defines your strength. Will you let it pull you into chaos, or will you use it to sharpen your clarity? The Stoic answer is calm observation. The one who betrayed you will often twist the truth, justify their actions, or shift the blame to protect their ego. If you attempt to reason with them, you may find yourself entangled in a web where the more you speak, the more they distort. That is why silence is not retreat. It is control. It is the conscious choice to preserve your dignity instead of trading it for hollow arguments. Imagine Emily and Sarah, best friends for a decade. They laughed together, weathered storms side by side, and trusted each other with everything. Until Emily learned that Sarah had been secretly spreading lies to damage her reputation. The pain was real. Emily wanted to confront her, to scream, to ask why. But after the storm of emotion passed, she chose silence. She cut ties without drama, without explanation. A year later, Sarah came back with apologies. But by then, Emily had grown beyond the wound. She no longer needed the apology because she had already healed. This is the heart of Stoic strength. You do not seek closure from the one who caused your pain. You give it to yourself. Seneca once said, "A gem cannot be polished without friction, nor a man perfected without trials." Betrayal is one such friction. Painful, yes, but also revealing. It shows you who is real, and it shows you the strength within yourself. When someone betrays you, remember 3 simple truths. First, their betrayal is not a reflection of your worth. It is a mirror of their character. Second, no explanation is owed to those who chose deception. And third, walking away without a word is not weakness. It is proof that your peace matters more than their excuses. They may expect you to fight, to cry, to beg for the truth. But when you turn your back without a single word, they are left to wrestle with themselves. That is the power of silence. Let karma do what it always does. You just keep walking quietly, steadily forward. Number 3, when someone insults you. Insults are more than just unpleasant words. They are emotional traps, carefully crafted to provoke a reaction. The one who insults you is not simply expressing an opinion. They are testing your composure, challenging your ego, and hoping you take the bait. Their goal is not just to offend, but to control, to see if they can pull you into their chaos. And when you respond with anger, you fall into their plan. You validate their attack. You give them power. But silence. Silence is something they never expect. When you choose not to respond, you send a clear message. Their words hold no weight. You declare that your self-worth is not up for negotiation. You show that their insults cannot disturb your inner stillness. Marcus Aurelius once wrote, "The best revenge is to be unlike him who performed the injury. That is not weakness. That is strength, grounded in wisdom." In a world where everyone rushes to clap back, to defend their pride, silence becomes a rare and powerful form of self-mastery. When someone insults you, they are fishing for your anger. They want to see you shaken. They want to prove they can reach beneath your skin. But if you do not react, they are left with nothing. The insult falls flat, like a stone thrown into the wind. Stoicism teaches that we do not control the actions of others, but we always control how we respond. Your calmness in the face of provocation is not passive, it is presence. It is the refusal to let someone else dictate your emotional state. As Epictetus wisely said, it is not enough to be insulted to be harmed. you must believe you are harmed. And if you don't believe it, then you remain untouched. Let me remind you of a powerful example. Abraham Lincoln, a man under constant attack, was once publicly insulted during a speech. His critic called him a fool, accused him of being unfit to lead. The crowd went quiet, waiting for a sharp retort, but Lincoln simply smiled and said, "I do not have time to hate anyone. I have too many things to do." That moment revealed more than any argument ever could. His silence did not signal defeat. It radiated strength, clarity, and purpose. Insults only have meaning if you allow them to. When you are guided by higher values, small words cannot shake your foundation. A person who is focused on growth, discipline, and purpose does not waste energy trading insults. They rise above, not because they are indifferent, but because they are grounded. So the next time someone tries to pull you into their storm with their words, stay still. Say nothing. Let your composure be the answer they cannot overcome. You do not have to prove anything to someone who speaks from insecurity. You prove your worth by how little their words can touch you. Insults reveal the speaker, not the target. Let your silence remind them of that. True power is quiet. True confidence does not argue. It simply walks away, unaffected. Comment: stay silent. If you believe that silence is a strength, subscribe for more Stoic wisdom. Let's continue with the next moment when your silence speaks louder than any word ever could. Number 4. When someone pretends to be the victim. There are few dynamics more draining than dealing with someone who constantly plays the victim. These individuals are not truly seeking truth or resolution. They are seeking control through pity. They rewrite the story, cast themselves as the innocent, and paint everyone else as the villain. They twist facts, bury accountability, and manipulate emotions to gain sympathy. And if you are not careful, you may find yourself drawn into their performance, defending yourself in a game you never agreed to play. Stoic philosophy warns us not to waste our energy arguing with those who are not searching for truth. When someone is committed to a narrative of victimhood, no amount of explanation will reach them. They do not want clarity. They want attention. They are not looking for growth. They are looking for someone to blame. Epictetus reminds us, it is not what happens to you, but how you react to it that matters. The one who constantly cries injustice rarely reflects on their role in what unfolded. Instead of asking, "What can I learn from this?" they ask, "Who can I blame?" They do not seek strength through resilience. They seek power through guilt. The more you try to explain yourself to someone who has already decided to misunderstand you, the deeper you sink into their trap. Take the story of Mia, a professional woman who worked diligently and with integrity. But one of her co-workers was a master of manipulation, constantly avoiding responsibility and shifting blame. When mistakes happened, she told half-truths and crafted stories that made Mia look like the cause. At first, Mia defended herself. She brought evidence. She explained calmly, but it only made things worse. Her co-worker cried, accused her of bullying, and people, unaware of the truth, began to believe it. That is when Mia changed her approach. She stopped explaining. She stopped reacting. She let go of the need to be understood by those who refused to see clearly. She chose silence and poured her energy into what she could control, her own excellence. Over time, her consistent actions revealed the truth. The manipulator's influence faded, and people began to see her for who she really was. In the end, the one who tried to control the story lost credibility, not through confrontation, but through the quiet persistence of truth. There is wisdom in choosing silence when dealing with those who play the victim. Not because you accept their lies, but because you refuse to feed them. When you react emotionally, they gain momentum. When you remain calm, they lose their audience. Your silence speaks louder than their accusations ever could. Stoic strength is not loud. It does not argue. It does not plead for understanding. It walks away with peace, trusting that the truth will surface in time, and it always does. Because karma is not blind, it is patient. And those who weaponize sympathy will eventually be seen for what they are. The best thing you can do is stay grounded, stay silent, and stay focused on your path. Now, while manipulators twist the truth to gain attention, there's another group that wounds in a quieter way. They ignore your value, take your presence for granted, and only notice your worth once it is gone. In the next section, we explore what silence teaches them too. Number 5. When your worth is overlooked. There will be moments in life when your effort goes unseen. In relationships, at work, or even within your own family, you will give your best, your time, your energy, your heart, and in return, receive silence, indifference, or dismissal. That kind of neglect can be more painful than open conflict. But the Stoics teach us this: when your value is ignored, your silence becomes your strength. It is natural to want to be recognized. When your contributions are overlooked, the impulse is to try harder, speak louder, prove to others that you matter. But here lies the paradox. The more you try to prove your worth, the more it loses its quiet power. A diamond does not shout to be seen. It simply exists, and those with wisdom will recognize its brilliance. Marcus Aurelius once wrote, "Waste no more time arguing about what a good man should be. Be one." In other words, stop pleading to be valued. Just live your truth. The right people will see it. The wrong ones never mattered. Think about the times you overextended yourself for people who barely noticed. Perhaps you stayed late at work to make a project succeed, only to see the credit handed to someone else. Or in love, you gave deeply, patiently, fully, only to be taken for granted. These experiences are not reflections of your failure. They are reflections of another's blindness. Do not fall into the trap of begging for validation. The harder you chase recognition, the more you reinforce the idea that you need someone else to confirm your worth. But you do not. Your worth exists with or without applause. When they fail to see your value, step back. Say nothing. Let your absence speak. Consider the story of Nikola Tesla, a man ahead of his time. A mind that envisioned a world few could comprehend. While working with Thomas Edison, Tesla proposed the concept of alternating current, an idea that would change the world. But Edison rejected it. Worse, he mocked it, tried to destroy it, and dismissed Tesla's brilliance. Tesla did not argue. He did not fight to be acknowledged. He walked away and continued his work in silence. Today, the entire world runs on the system he created. And Edison, remembered not just for his inventions, but for the man he failed to recognize. Or take the example of Jesus Christ, betrayed, abandoned, wrongly condemned. And yet, he did not cry out to prove his innocence. He did not plead with the crowd to understand him. He remained silent, surrendered to a higher justice, and changed the course of human history. When your worth is ignored, let that be the moment you withdraw your energy. The moment you stop explaining and start observing. People do not value what is always available, but the moment you leave, they are forced to confront what they lost. Some will realize, some will not. Either way, your path remains forward. You do not need to shout to be seen. Be steady. Be silent. Let karma do what it always does. If they deserve to understand your value, time will teach them. And if not, your silence was the final lesson. Now, let me ask you, ever felt invisible? Share your story in the comments and stay with me, because the next moment to stay silent is one most people overlook, and it just might change how you respond to conflict forever. Number 6, when they try to provoke you. Some people are not looking for dialogue or understanding. They are looking for chaos. These are the provocateurs of the world. Colleagues who mock you, family members who poke at your insecurities, acquaintances who push your buttons just to watch you flinch. To them, your anger is a trophy. Your emotional reaction is proof that they have power over you. But Stoic wisdom reminds us of a timeless truth. The moment you react, you lose control. The moment you stay silent, you win. They want your fire. They want to see you unravel, because in your unraveling, they feel superior. But if you remain calm, if you refuse to play their game, then you hold all the power. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength." He understood that composure is not passive, it is the deepest form of control. When someone tries to provoke, you recognize the trap for what it is. Their words are not about truth. They are weapons built to trigger your ego. But you are not a puppet. You are not here to perform on someone else's stage. You are here to live with intention, not reaction. Take, for example, Winston Churchill. At a formal event, a woman who despised him said coldly, "If I were your wife, I would put poison in your tea." Without flinching, Churchill smiled and replied, "If I were your husband, I would drink it." It was not anger. It was not silence. It was mastery. His poise turned a petty insult into a moment of wit and control. He owned the moment without ever stooping to his attacker's level. And that is the lesson. You do not need to fight every battle. Some fights are invitations to chaos. Decline them. Walk past them. Let silence protect your peace. The Stoic knows that not every insult deserves an answer, that not every attack is worth a defense. You do not have to prove yourself to someone whose only goal is to disturb your balance. Their words only have meaning if you give them meaning. Your stillness renders them powerless. Here's how you rise above provocation. First, see their behavior clearly. This is not strength. It is insecurity disguised as arrogance. Second, control your breath. Inhale, calm. Exhale the urge to respond. Third, observe without attachment. Let the words pass through you without becoming part of you. And finally, trust that life will give them what they deserve. You do not need to act as judge. Karma never forgets. In a noisy world, silence is often misread. People think it means defeat, but those who understand themselves know better. Silence is not surrender. It is strength. It is restraint. It is proof that someone else's chaos does not belong in your mind. So when they provoke you, let your lack of reaction speak for you. The strongest person in the room is the one who refuses to be moved. Comment: stay calm. If that lesson resonated, subscribe for more Stoic insights. In the next part, we will explore the final moment where silence becomes your greatest power. Number 7. When they regret losing you. There comes a moment when your silence speaks louder than any confrontation, any explanation, or any goodbye ever could. That moment is when someone begins to feel the weight of your absence. When someone who once took your presence for granted suddenly realizes that what they had is gone, not because you shouted or argued, but because you simply walked away. And in that quiet departure, you taught them a lesson no words ever could. Stoic philosophy teaches that true power lies not in controlling others, but in mastering yourself. When someone mistreats you, ignores your efforts, or repeatedly disrespects your value, the most powerful thing you can do is withdraw. No warnings, no final speech, just walk away. Those who fail to appreciate you when you are present must learn what it feels like to live without your presence. That is not cruelty, it is clarity. We are conditioned to believe that we must always explain ourselves, that we must speak up to be understood, defend ourselves to be respected, or argue to be heard. But the truth is, those who truly see your worth will never need convincing, and those who require constant reminders were never meant to stay. Your worth is not up for negotiation. Joe was known for his kindness. He gave freely, helped without hesitation, and showed up when others would not. But the people around him grew used to his generosity. They stopped thanking him. They stopped noticing. Eventually, Joe saw what was happening. He didn't complain. He didn't start an argument. He didn't demand better treatment. He simply stepped away, quietly. At first, no one noticed, but over time they felt the gap he left behind. They began to miss the support they never acknowledged. When they reached out again, hoping to bring him back, Joe didn't rush to return. He understood that if his value wasn't seen when he gave everything, it wasn't worth offering again. This is the essence of Stoic wisdom. Do not beg to be valued. Do not argue for your place in someone's life. If you are overlooked, step aside. Let absence become the teacher. People often realize the worth of something only when it is gone. That is human nature. But your peace, your energy, your time, these are not things to be wasted proving yourself to people who never truly saw you. Let them feel the silence. Let them face the emptiness they created. There is dignity in walking away without anger. There is strength in letting your absence deliver the message. The Stoics understood that some lessons are only learned through consequence. And when someone regrets losing you, let that regret speak louder than your voice ever could. So, if someone has failed to appreciate you, do not stay to explain. Do not return to make them understand. Your silence will echo louder than your presence ever did. Comment, walk away. If you've ever had to step away to protect your peace, you're not alone. Stay with us. The final message ties every lesson together in one powerful truth about silence, self-worth, and the quiet path to freedom. Your silence is power. Let karma speak. Choose silence. Subscribe for more strength. Your journey towards stillness continues next.